The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts. It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
The COVID-19 vaccines were developed and tested within stringent guidelines from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We had independent scientific reviews from a data safety monitoring board.
Overwhelmingly, it's safe for you.
Hear more from New Jersey doctors about COVID-19 at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refly smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
I can't believe that we're only just now talking about the real possibility of COVID being leaked from a lab.
Oh, whoa, calm down there, right-wing nut job. Oh, wait, no, that was a year ago.
It's fucking insane.
A year ago, you'd be a follower of Q if you said that shit.
Right. I mean, and take out the fact that, you know, we know where this came from and there's a lab right there, right?
Yeah, but no, somebody fucked a bat or ate a bat.
Right, yeah. I mean, they haven't been able to. Every other theory that they've had has turned up with nothing, or hypothesis, I should say. Every other hypothesis has come up with nothing. They're like, maybe bats, maybe these pangolins, maybe this or that, this live market. No, that ended up all being bullshit. That was just like people conjecturing about where it could come from, but them not finding any evidence for it.
Yeah, was it supposed to be it jumped from an animal to a human and it mutated and that's how it happened?
Yeah. Well, you know, this is good news because what this means, if COVID didn't come from a lab leak, then that means that it is a rapidly mutating disease, and that's scary. And if it did come from a lab leak, then it's not a rapidly evolving disease. It was the whole purpose of the lab. They do gain of function research, meaning they escalate the evolution of it. They put the virus under conditions where it's going to jump around to different hosts and mutate quickly. And basically, it's just like a time compression thing. They do what would normally happen in nature over maybe decades and compress that down so that these viruses to learn new tricks so that they can be more destructive.
Is this all a bad 90s disaster movie? Did somebody take the wrong vial home from work?
Yeah, absolutely. And so if this is a lab leak, that means it went through gain of function research that supercharged the virus. Then it got out into the public. But at that point, when it's no longer under the constraints of the lab and the gain of function research, it's going to mutate at the rate of any other virus. So is COVID going to continue to mutate? Absolutely. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be mutating quickly, faster than we can develop medications or treatments or vaccines or any of that stuff.
This is just
whereas
feed the nuts
that would be a
more,
real
though.
possibility. That's why it's important that we know the truth about this. It's not just about like knowing whose fault this was. It's about knowing what the threat is that we're dealing with. Are we dealing with a rapidly evolving disease, or are we dealing with a lab that wasn't as secure as it should be? Because those are two totally different problems that you confront in completely different ways. So yeah, it is really important that we know the truth on this.
Wait, do we know where the guards who got fired for letting Epstein die, where they got jobs? Did they get jobs in China? They had new jobs at this lab in Wuhan. You were saying all that, and all I'm thinking about now is, oh God, there is now probably people on social media going, see, how do you think they came up with the vaccine so easily, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like starting to connect those dots, like turning this into, like I already heard somebody say, like it's like greatest hits from last year. The Fauci's got some skin in the game in this whole thing. I've heard those things start popping up again.
Right.
Like that's the other thing that bothers me about this too. This gives some of those nuts a little bit of street cred now. Because something that they were fucking ostracized for might actually be a thing.
Right. If I'm a nutcase and I believe that this was not just a lab leak, but an intentional lab leak for the profit of a very few people, maybe parties like Fauci being amongst them, then my next YouTube video is going to be, here's your proof, guys. They were lying to us the whole time. And if they're lying to us about that, what else are they going to lie to us about? I've known the truth the whole time.
Thank you, Fox Mulder. Yeah. Oh, but that reminds me. Oh, I raw dogged my face in public today. Oh man, yesterday was my day. Or wait, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. I felt weird.
You felt the breeze on your face?
I was in Kroger. It felt weird. I had a smile on my face, too. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But then also, too, I noticed, like, I'm one of the only people in here without a mask.
Yeah.
What is everybody thinking of me right now?
They are thinking that you're an anti-masker.
Well, I was thinking the whole time, I was like, what I really was, I got over that quickly, because I was thinking the whole time, what's the point of the vaccine if I can't do this?
No, absolutely. And look, I understand that because as soon as I hit that day that I didn't have to wear the mask, I didn't put it on unless I was going into a place where they specifically said on the door,
"Yep,
we want everyone to wear a mask." Then I'm gonna comply with the business, or I can just not shop there. It's not that big of a deal. But as soon as I had the ability to, I went maskless. And if people are looking at me like I'm being, maybe too bold or that I'm being reckless with my behavior, well, that's fine. I'm not really a confrontational person, so it's not like this is going to turn into a YouTube video. I just want to be the guy I was always the guy who would go out onto the empty dance floor and get the party started. And that's what it feels like. I feel like, yeah, people are it's going to take a while for people to, first of all, it's not just a question of like getting the information from the CDC, but then, trusting that information. I can understand why we were just talking about all kinds of misinformation from, CDC and our own government and Dr. Fauci and all this stuff. So you can understand why they might be a little hesitant. Let's just see how this plays out.
I know how vaccines work, and I got a vaccine.
Right. I'm not doing this just because the CDC said it was okay. I'm doing this because it makes sense to me with all the information that I know, and it lines up with what the CDC is saying.
I've never had the mumps. I've never had tetanus. I have never had polio, and I know there's a reason why. I'm going to keep going with that.
It's everyone's got to find that at their own pace. Everyone's got to adjust back to what we would call normal life. And I'm not going to begrudge anyone for that, however long they want to wear a mask. But it's going to take more and more people who are just willing to go, okay, I feel safe enough and I'm okay with this. I'm going to take the mask off. And the more that happens, the more other people are going to see him and go, well, there's like half the people in here. These can't all be anti-vaxxers or people that are, so you feel like more comfortable now. Okay, the rest of everyone else is on board with this. Okay, I'll take my mask off. These dominoes are going to fall slowly, and they're going to fall one by one, person by person across the nation.
And I like to think with my bare face in public, I'm now saying I trust doctors. But
yeah, I trust science.
That's not the narrative that's been spun the last year, so it is what it is.
Hashtag not all doctors.
Right.
But Mashable's got a story about the top masturbation questions during the pandemic.
Oh, God. First of all, it's Mashable. Second of all, okay, what's number 10?
Right, so, this isn't just like Mashable pulling stuff out of their ass. This is actual, like, top 10 COVID/masturbation related search topics. Or I'd say 25 of them.
Wait, what?
What is that?
What again? Explain this one more time. Are they reaching for content here? Like, I'm trying to figure out this Venn diagram.
People are
they like masturbating
specifically?
to COVID?
No, they are Googling questions about masturbation and COVID, not just one or the other. So, for example,
all right.
Can masturbation cause infection is one of the top search.
Only if you do it hard enough.
Phrases. Does masturbation reduce immunity? Is masturbation harmful? Does masturbation build immune system? Masturbation increase white blood cells? Does masturbation make you weak?
Yeah, depends how hard you do it, or how long. If you edge, yes.
Tire yourself out. Yeah, yeah. If you're edging it for like 45 minutes, yeah, you'll wear your ass out. It can make you weak.
It depends how vigorous you are.
Yeah.
What other questions we got?
They interview a doctor in here, so I was seeing if they had an answer to any of these. Now, really, they just talk about how masturbation can help with stress. It's really essential for men's overall health. They get rid of old sperm through ejaculation. It's really important for prostate health. This is according to, what's her name?
I've always heard that. I remember that from the Loveline days.
Dr. Felice Gersh.
Remember, Dr. Drew always telling you jerking off maintained prostate health.
Mm-hmm. So if they don't have a partner, then that's really what they should do. Jerking it, I guess. Or, however you want to get rid of your old sperm.
That's true. Technology, there's some crazy shit out there.
I want to be inclusive. Yeah, not everyone's like literally jerking at their penis. Rubbing it on objects, maybe.
Yeah. Inserting it into things.
Devices.
Yeah. Plenty of ways to get rid of your old sperm.
Maybe a used skeleton sex toy.
Yeah.
I think that was fake, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody made it. But I shared a picture for the listeners that it was listed as for sale. It was a picture of it was like a plastic skeleton that you would have hanging up in a classroom. And it was bent over, and they had inserted a fake vagina and anus into it so that you could fuck the skeleton. And it was lightly used. For sale.
I feel like this question answers itself. But, sex toys are definitely, not a thing you sell used? Male or female?
Apparently not.
Call me crazy.
It was on some Twitter feed where it was just like crazy shit for sale. And there was another one where actually this woman wasn't selling them. She was giving away her sex toys, saying that they would all be sterilized. And there's a photo of them all lined up. And it had to have been literally 35, 40 dildos.
It's like, You know how you don't take socks and underwear to Goodwill?
Right.
Like, you could wash them all in bleach before you take them to Goodwill. There's just a mental thing, and that's what I'm saying to this lady and her sterilized dildo army.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Oh.
They're sterilized, but they've all been in your pussy repeatedly.
Best part
Hopefully
about the photo,
just your pussy.
And I don't know why the person didn't crop this out, but they're toddlers in it. There's like there's a 4-year-old standing there looking at all these dildos like, Mommy, what's this?
That one's called the Black Hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. These are
This one's called the Exterminator.
We'll start you out with a rabbit.
This one's called the Anal Pounder.
How do you get that many, though? That's just some compulsive buying, right?
Commitment to masturbation.
I would think, like, how do you decide, first of all? Like, you have them lined up and you go through and, like, what do I feel like today? I feel like, not that a person's masturbation technique or schedule wouldn't change, but when you find something that works, you tend to stick with it for a while.
Hey, why are we only thinking perverts are male? There's plenty of female perverts out there. Maybe this was one of them.
Well, what makes her a pervert? Because she owns a large number of
apparently,
them? I don't know that. Like, does that make her more perverted? Owning one dildo or 40 dildos?
I mean, one dildo, I get it. Like, you know, guys beat off.
One dildo would be normal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
You know, I'll even spot you another couple. Maybe you can have 3. Maybe
that's what I was
maybe
my
you go the
next
Goldilocks
question.
route. This one's too big. This one's too small. This one's just right. Maybe you go that route.
I wanted to know what your cap was. Like, how many
dildos
would be too many dildos? No, I know you're not a prude, and I'm not saying that you would be like offended or threatened by it.
But when we get to multiple dozens,
how many? You open up the drawer,
yeah,
and how many do you see before you start going, huh?
Yeah, lady, what's going on here?
Yeah. So is it more than 3?
I'm just like, you know, multiple.
3 dildos is like normal.
You know, I'll go hog wild. More than a dozen.
Okay, so you can have up to a dozen, and that's still within the.
You can get it little bullets, little rabbits. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, if they have some variety. Yeah, maybe they've tried out a lot of different things.
But you're talking about like 40.
I mean, I can see how one might accrue a lot of sex toys because you can't return them. We already talked about the ickiness of trying to sell or give them away. And if you're cheap like me, I can't throw anything away. So if I was buying dildos, man, I'd have like, you know, a storage bin in my basement full of those things if that's what I was into.
Now, I was going to ask, are you a true romance consultant who went out of business? But no, because she says they'll all be sterilized. That means they've been used.
So, like, they weren't for research purposes?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Is that...
No, these are all freebies.
Oh, I see. Maybe she reviews them.
No, there's a side hustle for women. They have like dildo parties and they sell sex toys to each other. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she was one of those.
Oh, okay.
But that's out the window when she says she was going to sterilize them all.
Right. No, none of them were in package. They were all clearly used. I don't think there's any way that you could really sterilize most. I mean, your harder, quote unquote, neck massager dildos, vibrators, that I think you could pretty much sterilize. But anything else that has that, you know, it's silicone or it has that more like flesh-like feel to it, that's just porous as fuck. It's rubber. Like, you're not getting that thing clean.
I also want to know, what are you keeping?
Like, your DNA is permanently bonded to that thing now. It's yours.
Absolutely. And you're giving away 40 dildos. You're definitely keeping some. I want to know how many you're keeping and what you're keeping. What made the cut? You're giving away 40. What did you? What are the shining examples out of the 40? You're like, yes.
She had to get rid of them all because her
vagina
new
broke?
man was jealous.
Was this in the ad?
Yeah. Yeah, they give away
a new man.
a lot
Now,
of information.
were they married? Because, I mean, if this is someone you've been dating a month and you give away 40 dildos, maybe he had like a 15-inch penis. He's like, I don't need 40 dildos anymore. I got a huge hunk of man meat.
I'm thinking if this guy had a hog on him, he wouldn't give a fuck how many or what she had in her drawer.
That's true.
He knows what he's got in his drawer, and it don't compare. But if this guy's just average and she's got a whole slew of 12-inch dildos, he'd be like, that ain't right.
Yeah, she pulls out. This one's called Black Adam. He's like, no, man, it's got to go. And gave them away. I mean, that many, I'd at least try to sell them.
Man, you want to deal with that many perverts?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about...
You ain't buying these things in bulk, so then you got like... you have 35 to 40 perverts showing up at your door going like, will you take 10 for it?
No,
I know you said 15 in the email.
It's mail. Prepay and mail. Yeah. Roll like eBay. You pay for it before you buy it, and I send it to you.
Yeah.
Nobody's meeting anybody.
And strangely, all dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's who would buy them. I mean, if you're a hot chick, you would probably sell your used dildos to dudes.
Why not probably get some guy, hey, you use it one more, I don't want mine sterilized, use it one more time before you send it out to me.
Yeah. Of course, that would be crossing the line for most guys, wouldn't it? Like, yes, it's covered in vagina juice, but it's a dick you're sniffing.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's fake dick.
Yeah. Still, I mean, I think there's a lot of guys out there who their masculinity cannot cope with a fake dick even.
What's a fake dick?
Right.
It's not real. I mean,
yeah, but
I'm not getting in line.
You never met a dude who couldn't even, like he wouldn't touch a dildo. Not even as a joke. Like, ew, no, it's shaped like a dick.
Yeah, no, I've probably known a couple dudes like that.
Yeah.
They probably ended up being gay.
Right.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
The COVID-19 vaccines were developed and tested within stringent guidelines from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. That this happened faster than usual is due to the urgency of this pandemic and the extraordinary collaboration of dedicated scientists around the world.
Hear more from New Jersey doctors about COVID-19 at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/VAXFACTS.
Remember before COVID-19, when we could go to shows or celebrate in person or have family gatherings where the only worry was when someone was going to talk politics? Let's get back to that. Let's get vaccinated. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. Sure, we'll have to keep wearing masks for a while, but you know what? This is the start. Go to covid19.nj.gov/vaccine to register for your vaccination. Remember traveling somewhere? Anywhere? Yeah, let's get back to that.
The COVID-19 vaccines were developed and tested within stringent guidelines from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We had independent scientific reviews from a data safety monitoring board.
Overwhelmingly, it's safe for you.
Hear more from New Jersey doctors about COVID-19 at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/VAXFACTS.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
Man removed from 7-Eleven after clerk stops son from licking Slurpee.
Well, was it still in the machine? Or was it in a cup that he was purchasing?
Yeah, I guess it was in the cup. This is my hometown. This is in Dearborn. The Dearborn police were called after an alleged assault. The incident started when a juvenile entered the store and filled a Slurpee cup. The clerk noticed him licking some off the top and refilling the cup multiple times and told him to stop.
Oh, okay. Well, kid was pulling a dick move.
Child's father saw the clerk yell at him and came inside. clerk claims the man grabbed the lottery computer and threw it at him.
Whoa!
Man told the officers he grabbed the computer but did not throw it.
That seems like an appropriate response.
After checking, the computer appeared to be in its original location and in working order. I don't know. How do the police even attempt to get a statement from anyone these days? You know, if I raise my voice even slightly, people will report that I screamed at them.
Well, yeah, I mean, hyperbole rules everything now.
So this guy acted like he was going to throw the lotto computer at him. And the clerk says to the police, he threw the lotto computer at me. And they looked and they said, that lotto computer right there?
Yeah.
The one that is in perfect working condition, completely plugged in and hasn't moved and has an inch of dust all around it?
Yeah.
What a bunch of shitheads.
Yeah.
You send your shitty little kid into 7-Eleven by himself, and then he stands there and like tries to see how much free Slurpee he can get.
Technically, I mean, you know what? This is, and I'm noticing a trend. This is another story, and it seems to be happening a lot lately, where everybody sucks.
Well, right.
Everyone in the story sucks.
The fact that the dad was out in the car and came in as soon as he saw the employee yell at the kid means that the dad was standing outside watching all this happen, saw what his son was doing.
Yeah.
And apparently thought that was not only just completely normal behavior, but was defensible.
My dad would have slapped me in the back of my head and said, "What are you doing? I did not raise you to do that." I know the exact kind of slap I would have gotten in the back of the head, too.
I would went, yeah, upside the head.
Like, knock it off.
He would have paid for the Slurpee, thrown mine in the garbage, and went upside my head and said, "Get in the fucking car." Now you get nothing. Sorry for my kid being an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be a better dad and actually come into the store with him.
Or maybe raise a kid that just doesn't steal Slurpees out right in front of you.
Right.
Maybe raise a kid that just fills up the Slurpee cup, goes and pays for it, and then leaves. Like, I was with the 7-Eleven employee until he claimed the guy did something that he didn't do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the employee was just doing his job.
Hey, don't steal. And then, but yeah, then he lied about something, so now he's now in the bucket of, you now suck too.
Yeah.
You're now in the bucket with the dad and the kid.
It's this mentality of like, if I think that somebody means to do something, that's the same as them doing it, right? So he threw the cash register at me. When challenged on that, I'm sure he said something like, well, he wanted to throw it at me.
Yeah, and now intent it doesn't matter.
Intent is the crime.
Yeah.
Huh. I would have thought this would have been a Japanese invention, but apparently this is from London, Royal College of Art. Somebody has developed a camera that you wear on your forehead.
Like a GoPro?
Kind of like a GoPro. It's like a little dome. Actually, here, I'll send you a picture of it.
A GoPro's still a thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of knockoffs, but I think they still dominate that market, too. So it's a camera that you strap to your forehead, God. And then it beams a picture to your phone. And the concept being that you can have the image from the camera in a little pop-up window on your phone so that you can walk down the street, look down at your phone, and still see what's in front of you on the camera.
I mean, I get the idea. It's a great idea, but you look like a fucking idiot. She looks like she has a plastic bubble in the middle of her forehead.
I guess it's a good idea if you're somebody who just insists on looking at their phone while they're walking. But, you know, it's not going to stop you from getting hit by a car.
Yeah, because my thing is,
it's just going to show you what's right in front of you.
Yeah, does it look ahead, or does it look to the sides as well?
I think that would be the 2.0 version. 3 cameras, and have 4. Right. Nope, 8 all the way around.
For real, you look like you have a plastic bubble on your forehead. No thanks.
Or better yet, let's just put this camera thing into a little hovering like drone, and we can just send it out into the world, and we can watch the footage and pretend like we're walking around.
There you go.
We'll go on virtual walk.
Or just beam them all into the microchips that we all had injected into us anyways, right, when we got the vaccine?
Yep.
Bill Gates now know where you and I are, Aaron.
That's right. You just got to know how to game the system, right? You get the vaccine to protect yourself, and then you just take it's all laid out in my YouTube video, but it involves a toaster and a fork, and you can short-circuit the chip inside your body. You got to be careful, and I recommend having a partner by you if your heart does stop. But if you do it the way I show, you should get just enough voltage to destroy the chip.
You think you're being a smart ass. There was shit going around on TikTok a couple weeks ago, from what I've heard, of people putting magnets on their the vaccine sites and be like, look, it sticks. I am not making that shit up.
How big do they think the chip is?
Right.
First of all. Also, I mean, they don't use, what are they, magnetic metals in chips. There's no magnetic materials. You're talking about silicon and copper and gold and molybdenum.
Also, in the way that, I don't know, the human body works, wouldn't it be just shooting around in your bloodstream? The way a shot works?
Right.
It wouldn't be stationary. Like the vaccine isn't just sitting in my shoulder, where I got it. And also, have these people seen Inner Space? The chip would do what the ship does.
I don't know why the concept of magnets remains so elusive to adults.
Magnets. How do they work?
Right. I mean, and it's so clear because we're still using magnets for people wear magnetic bracelets and stuff like that. There was let's see, I bookmarked it. Here it is, the Venus veil. This is a sexual wellness blanket. And under the how it works section, it says the veil's proprietary magnetic fibers work toward aesthetic and functional improvements in your sexual performance. And if that was too vague for you, then there's a little illustration that shows a limp flower, and then you add that to a magnet, and the flower stands up straight. And then they also have for the male, strangely, they have a curved banana. So a banana shown in profile so you can see the curvature. Then you add that to a magnet, and then the banana becomes straight.
The what? The what now?
The illustration, is this picture. Banana plus magnet equals banana's now straight. Look at the picture.
I'm trying to look this up.
I just sent you the link for it. Inspired by the biological technique of magnetogenetics? No. Pioneered in Germany 80 years ago. That's not a thing.
So what? You wear this blanket and what's supposed to happen? Makes your naughty parts better?
I guess. It's really, really vague.
I don't get what... I get the mail.
Confidently to fix erectile issues and improve vaginal lubrication, all by increasing blood flow.
Well, why didn't they use some type of water? I get the male with the banana, right? But the flower, wouldn't it be...
flower doesn't make any sense. The flower, it's a limp flower with 3 petals, and then it's magically rejuvenated by...
Okay, wait, I think it's a plant and you gave it some water and now it's alive?
Yeah, maybe. They should have went with a moldy peach. They went with a banana for the dude.
Or a couple small raindrops and then a bunch of huge raindrops.
Yeah. But
how in the weather when they have when it showers versus, thunderstorms. You know,
And also,
one's a little dots of rain, one's a straight lines of rain.
Nobody wants a straight banana, right? All bananas are curved. If you saw a straight banana, you'd be like, what's wrong with that banana?
Yeah, right? No, you want to curve up. The Venus. Wow. This looks like something you'd see on an advertisement on Fox News.
Remember before COVID-19, when we could go to shows or celebrate in person or have family gatherings where the only worry was when someone was going to talk politics? Let's get back to that. Let's get vaccinated. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. Sure, we'll have to keep wearing masks for a while, but you know what? This is the start. Go to covid19.nj.gov/vaccine to register for your vaccination. Remember traveling somewhere? Anywhere? Yeah, let's get back to that.
It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts. It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.